All right, so if you're anything like me, you like your smart home to be a clean home. So I'm going to tell you a little bit today about my smart cleaning arsenal. So first, my downstairs vac, aka the Roborock S8 Max V Ultra. What a mouthful. This one is by far my favorite smart cleaning tool, and actually one of my newest one. I absolutely love this thing. First of all, it's got a self-emptying vacuum, which is a must in 2025. Self-cleaning mop, self-draining dirty water tank, self-drying mop, as well as self-dispensing detergent that lasts for months. So I've had this thing now for about 6 or 7 months. It's been incredible. Does a really good job of keeping my downstairs travertine hard surface floors clean. And it's truly set it and forget it. The dock even cleans itself. So what are some things that I like about the Roborock S8? First of all, unlike the Roombas I've had in the past, it doesn't ram into everything thanks to its AI Obstacle Avoidance 2.0. So it uses onboard cameras and LiDAR to not only figure out that there are obstacles in the way, but what those obstacles are and how to navigate around them. One thing that Roomba used to have over Roborock was the 2 roller brushes that would pick up hair and some things like that better. The S8 was actually one of the first Roborocks to my knowledge that actually got the 2 roller brushes in addition to the other cleaning features, like the Viberize 3.0 that vibrates up to 4,000 times per minute and actually scrubs the floor and gets all those dirty sticky stains up. Another cool addition to the S8 is the flexi arm and brush that actually extends out from the side of the robot to clean right up against the baseboard. Gets you a nice clean floor right up to the baseboard. One thing that pretty much all the robot vacuums have at this point is a great app. The Roborock S8 is no exception. You're able to create no-go zones, invisible walls, clean by room, and more. The S8 also has a voice assistant, aka Rocky, which I don't use at all, but it's pretty cool that you can actually deploy the vacuum and do things using your voice. Hey Rocky,
I'm here.
wash the mop.
Okay, let's start washing the mop.
With all the other voice assistants in the house, I don't need another one. With all the features in this vacuum, it's actually surprisingly low profile, but the LiDAR does stick up quite a bit on the top and prevents it from getting into certain tight areas. The S8 is extremely powerful with 10,000 pascals of suction, which doesn't mean a whole lot to you, but I can assure you it's a lot. It's double and actually triple other high-end vacuums. You can also take control of the vacuum and utilize the onboard camera to drive it around your house, kind of like a remote sentry. Some people use it to play with their pets or to check on different things in their home. I've had robot vacuums in my homes now for about 15 years, and this is a true set it and forget it. Every once in a while, it gets hung up on something. That's usually if you have too many obstacles, unreasonable obstacles around the house. That happens to us mainly around Christmas time with all the additional decorations and stuff on the ground. Number 2 in my smart home cleaning arsenal is the Roborock S7 Max V Ultra. Holy moly, that's a mouthful. I don't know who names this stuff. This was actually a hand-me-down. It went from downstairs to now it is upstairs in the main floor of my home. And it has a lot of the same features that the S8 has, just dialed down a little bit, but plenty powerful. The S7 has 5,100 pascals of suction compared to the 10,000 in the S8, which is still plenty powerful and is actually pretty quiet compared to some other vacuums I had, like my Roombas. It still has a self-emptying vacuum, self-cleaning mop, but the tanks need to be filled and emptied weekly. And the self-cleaning mop base isn't quite as good as it is on the S8. Additionally, the S8 will clean and dry the mop pad with hot air. The S7 just uses cool air. So with my S7, I wash and replace the mop pad about once a month, where my S8, I haven't washed that mop pad at all. It still has great collision avoidance, uses LiDAR and AI smart detection, very similar to the S8. And overall, I would highly recommend it. Quite honestly, I had no problems with it. The only reason why I upgraded to the S8 is because they introduced the self-emptying, self-draining, self-refilling model that I actually have hooked up into my plumbing in my laundry room. If it wasn't for that, I'd still be rocking the S7. But the S8 came out. That's downstairs in the main part of my house. The S7 is now upstairs on that side of the house. Robot number 3, the Roomba J7. So as I previously mentioned, I've had several Roombas over the years, and the J7 was the final one for me. I used to run the J7 in conjunction with the Roomba mop, and I found that the Roomba just got stuck way too often. When I switched to Roborock, I would go weeks without having to worry about the robot not being able to finish cleaning and make it back to the dock. When I had Roombas, it was very rarely to go a full day or two without the Roomba getting caught on some obstacle. In addition, the Roomba, aka the Ramrod, would just use its front bumper in addition to its cameras, but it would bump into my baseboard, bump into my tables, bump into my chairs, and over time actually cause a little bit of damage. So like I said, I liked Roomba for years, and the J7 seemed like a really nice upgrade, but that was the last one for me once I discovered Roborock. So the J7 is still a very capable robot. I've got it here in my home theater / YouTube studio, and it's overkill for one room. However, I wasn't getting much on Marketplace for it, and this part of my house actually has a separate staircase, so it needs its own dedicated robot. And since I had it, I figured I'd put it to use over here to help keep the carpets clean. Honorable mention to the Shark AI RoboVac that I was using for a short while in my garage on my race deck floors. I bought that one initially to keep the rubber mats in my home gym clean, and eventually made it down to the plastic race deck flooring in my garage, and that one actually has now made its way to the garage sale. So I'll eventually replace that with a different robot in my garage, but for now we actually clean the garage floor manually with the next tool in my smart home cleaning arsenal. So we've got the Tyneco S3, which has actually now been discontinued. It's a smart, wet, dry, hard surface vac mop.
Charging has commenced. Start self-cleaning. Cleaning project record. Clean water tank empty. Please refill water and cleaning solution.
I love this thing because it's super lightweight, self-cleaning. It actually has dirt detection, voice assistant. It'll tell you when it needs to be cleaned and warn you about conditions that you're facing as you're using it on the floors. As I mentioned, it has dirt detection and actually can adjust the suction level based on how dirty the floors are. This thing has actually been an incredible workhorse for us for about 5 or 6 years now. So you may ask, you've got multiple robot vac mops. Why do you need a manual vac mop? Well, a few years ago, I decided to give one a try after a week of running the robot, and was surprised at the dirty, disgusting water that came up, even after my Roombas were cleaning 5 days per week. Now, to be fair, I've since upgraded my robots, and my floors are probably a lot cleaner on a daily basis, but we've implemented the process of cleaning the floors with the robots 5 days per week, and then my son will take the Tyneco once a week and deep clean all of the floors to make sure the floors are extra clean. I'm a big fan of the Tyneco. I'm interested to one day maybe try the Roborock version of the vac mop. However, this thing has been bulletproof and running strong for 5+ years now, so I've got no reason to upgrade at the moment. So the final tool in my smart home floor cleaning arsenal is the Dyson V15 Detect. I absolutely love this thing. We very, very rarely manually vacuum the floor. However, I got to use this unit in the Dyson store in New York City a couple years ago, and the dirt illumination feature was incredible. You could see every little speck of dirt on what appeared to be a very, very clean floor, and at that point I knew it was something I had to have. We've had the Dyson stick vacuum since the original V2 or 4 or whatever it was. This one has been a really great upgrade. It's lightweight, super powerful, just like any other Dyson product, great build quality, has tons of attachments. And again, like I mentioned, the dirt illumination feature on this thing is incredible. It shows you all the particles of dirt and dust that you can't see with the naked eye and pointing in the right direction. In addition, it's got smart features, as the name implies. The Dirt Detect feature will actually quantify what the unit is actually picking up and give you real-time feedback on a color screen, and let you know how dirty or clean your floor actually is, and actually adjust the suction accordingly. To maximize efficiency and runtime, or give you greater power. There you have it, all the smart tools that we use to keep our smart home fresh and clean every day. I'm curious, what do you use to keep your smart home clean? Comment below, let me know. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.